Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
City Council, Mayor Burcroft, Madam Treasurer, Deputy Clerk, and audience. This is the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting for Monday, July 9th, 2018. Since we had roll call, we took roll call during the special meeting, we will move on and we have a quorum, so therefore, we'll let the minutes show that all members are present.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk.
Tonight's agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. Number 3, petitioner. Number 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6A, clerk's report. 6B, treasurer's report. 7, public comment. 8, unfinished business. 9, new business. 10, communication. 11 is warrant 18-13. And number 12 is adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the regular meeting for the City Council, the agenda.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the agenda as presented. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Agenda item 2A for approval are the minutes from the regular council meeting held on July 2nd, 2018.
So move for July 2nd.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from our regular council meeting, which was held July 2nd, 2018. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and motion is approved.
There were no special meetings held on July 2nd. Number 3 is petitioner, and tonight, Mr. Chair and Council, we do have a petitioner. I'd like to call up Rhonda Kosiolek. You can come to the podium. And Ms. Kosiolek is here regarding approval from council for a block party.
Okay. Yes.
It's my son's graduation party, and I don't have a very big yard, so I figured the extra room, you know, blocking off the road, all of the neighbors approved except for one. And, you know, we'll keep everything contained and all that.
Okay. Any,
Chairman,
Yes.
Is the DPW going to provide you with barricades that you can put up and take down?
As far as I know, yeah. I mean, I filed all the paperwork I was supposed to, so
Okay, very
I think
good.
so.
Okay.
okay, great. Yes, Mr. Talley?
Ms. Rhonda, are we invited?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Just checking, that's all.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, if there's no more questions, I'll move that we approve a block party for 6328 Lorraine on July 28th from 2 p.m. until 9 p.m.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for the council approval for the block party on 6328 Lorraine Street on July 28th, 2018. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Right.
Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Today at 7 o'clock, we had a open study session pertaining to the SAW grant proposal. And at this time, the chair is going to call up Sona Sylvan Bond. Yes. Come on up.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I was looking at my notes before I came here today, and I haven't actually seen all of you are in this capacity since October 12th. So I'm here. My name is Shona Sylvie Baum, and I am the event lead for the Romulus Relay for Life. And this year, round 2, here we go, and we are growing. So I am pleased to report what we've been busy and we're up to. So I just first want to thank, just really going down this row. Ellen has agreed to sing our Star Spangled Banner again to open us up. The VFW will be there with their honor guard to open things up. Dennis has been terrifically helpful. I don't know where he went, but he's been terrifically helpful in getting all sorts of things going for the Relay for Life. The mayor's office has been tremendously supportive. So all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. And there will be many, many accolades put out at Relay this year because it's a fun thing to do. Everyone from the police department, fire department, Citizens Academy, everybody's all in. So I brought to you for the public today and for all of you, just in case you didn't get the memo last year or you weren't able to attend, what is this whole thing all about? I brought a document that looks like this on the back table, and it's a cheat sheet about what exactly is this Relay for Life. It'll tell you everything that goes down at a relay, and that tells you what happens in relays all over the world. However, we're Romulus, and there's some unique things about the Romulus Relay that I wanted to mention as well. First of all, we rock. There is a nationwide contest put out by the American Cancer Society that occurred in November of this year, and we were 8 people short of winning the entire thing. What we did win was the regional thing. So we have our giant dancing man because it was a registration, so we had more people than some of the colleges register for Relay for Life. So thanks again for all your support, Romulus. You absolutely rock. I have with me also registration forms for any of the survivors. We need to make sure that we know that you're there, so we have the proper size groovy purple t-shirt available to you. At noon, I'd like your help in inviting, we have every single hour, we change the theme of the lap. People wear crazy costumes and whatnot. At noon, we're going to put a shout out to heroes. So I would like you to help me invite any firefighters, nurses, teachers, military personnel to come in uniform because we're gonna acknowledge them at that time. At 2 p.m., all of the businesses throughout the city of Romulus that have sponsored this event and helped make sure that everything that we do that's groovy and amazing, we're having a little reception for them. Here's an exciting thing. At 9 p.m., we have the Luminaria ceremony, which is absolutely profound. So find me throughout the city or get in touch with me. Every single one of those paper bags that are lit up represents some person who has had a battle with cancer, whether they had it and beat it, whether they're in it right now, or whether it's one that we lost. And then to shift gears, because we're there for 24 hours, we have some super fun things that are going to happen directly after that. So at 11 p.m., our lap that theme is the movies and TV, and the Romulus Rotary was terrific enough to sponsor the Blues Brothers are coming to perform at Relay. At 2 p.m., we're going to have local favorites Rust Belt Revival there. So it's going to be fun for the entire family. The entire thing is a Disney theme this year. All the different teams have their different Disney items that they're all peddling. We've got games and snow cones and just all sorts of craziness. So definitely come out and see us anytime, day or night, 24 hours on August the 4th. So you may be wondering, how can you get involved in this? You can be as crazy as I am and it can take over your life in your living room, or you can just dip your toes in and just do a few things. I am pleased to announce on Wednesday of this week, we're launching Paint the Town Purple, and we want to turn this entire town purple and let everybody know that Relay exists. So we're launching a challenge to all businesses and residents to decorate purple. And I brought some props with me. All of you are welcome to take one home with you. These big giant buttons that say, "Ask me why I'm wearing purple." Take pictures of yourself wearing purple and post them on Facebook. The thing is, I need to have you help me get the word out, because the one thing that makes me sad is when people say I didn't know anything about it. Everyone is welcome, and this is the one time and the one thing that we can bring our entire community together. And I mean, where else can you have a big pajama party with your entire community? So people who do not ordinarily hang out with each other, different schools, different neighborhoods, different families, whatever, all have one thing in common. We all think cancer sucks, and we all think it's really fun to swing back against it. Just coming up, we have a few more fundraisers between now and then. On the 20th, there's a Mud Hens game, a bus trip to the Mud Hens, leaving Walters at 6, coming back after the fireworks at 11:30. I need to know if you want to do that because tickets head count is due Thursday. On the 21st, we actually have 2 fundraisers, a road rally where you dash all over town and figure out all the things we're doing with your money. And then at Walters that evening, there's a Disney-themed Family Feud. Here's a new one and a fun one. On the 28th, which is exactly 1 week before Relay, we're going to do a purple pub crawl through the city, and we'll have a bus so everyone is safe and happy, and there will be purple cocktails at several of the, watch Facebook for the details on that. So, I think that's all I've got. Please get a hold of me if you need any more information. We can be found on the Facebook, also on the website, and cans and posters all over throughout the city. Thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you guys at Relay.
Thank you. I'd like to read a memorial resolution for a young lady that lost her mother. She's in the audience. I'll read this for her, then present it to her. The name is Gloria Dean McPhail Denham. Whereas the people of the city of Romulus were saddened to learn of the death of Gloria Dean McPhail Denham on June the 17th, 2018, and whereas Gloria Dean McPhail Denham was born on May 1st, 1940 in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, Georgia married to the love of his life, Chester Denham, in 2005. They had a beautiful, loving marriage until Chester was called to his final resting place, and whereas Gloria was affectionately known as Dean to everyone who knew her. She loved to have cookouts and gathering with friends and families. She also loved spending time with her grandchildren. They loved spending time with their granny as well. And therefore, be it resolved, the honorable elected officials of the city of Romulus do hereby express to the family of Gloria Dean McPhail Denham their heartfelt sympathy and deep realization of the loss they have sustained. And be it further resolved, a copy of this resolution shall be presented to the family, Gloria Dean McPhail Denham. And Mr. Dale, would you come accept this for your mother?
Amen.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to all of you guys. I mean, you just don't know how this touched my heart. I only came to one meeting, and to think I made an impact like this, that you guys would do this for me, just means the world to me. My intentions were to come back, but my mom had gotten sick, and I had spoken with Miss Talley and Miss Williams as well. But I truly appreciate the support and the love you guys have shown towards us. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you.
That concludes the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Williams? Okay. To accept the chairperson's report, Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved, and thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, Treasurer, Clerk, Deputy Clerk, and audience. Before I get into my quote, I wanted to put a shout out for Shona, who's done a phenomenal job. If you're at home and you haven't picked up on the energy of this lady and her team she's put together, I mean, last year, first year ever, I mean, she brought this concept in, everybody's embraced it, and Romulus does rock. We're going to have a great one again this year. So if there's something in there that piqued your interest, check into it. You're going to have fun, and we're going to do some good things in Romulus. So thank you, Shona. The quote I brought for tonight goes as this. Don't know the author, but pretty straightforward. Choose a job you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. And I picked that one because I wanted Tim Keys to come up and talk about the Amazon Job Fair. You know, one of the things from the visioning has been jobs, 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 you know, economic growth. So we had a big week. He's here representing Mary and the rest of the team. And Tim, can you give a quick update, please?
Thank you, and good evening. This past weekend, Amazon came into Romulus over at the Senior Center and did a meet and greet and a job awareness. When I got there at 8 o'clock, this was from 9 to noon. When I got there at 8 o'clock, there was over 50 to 60 people in line. By the time the doors opened up, it was close to 200 people standing in line waiting to get in. People who signed in, we had over 680 people sign in, and we suspect that number was somewhere in the 700 people who'd walked by the sign-in desk. It represented over 40 different cities. There was 6 different counties represented. Of those, there was just over 150 Romulus residents who actually attended. Amazon was there with 7 representatives who were actually walking all the potential applicants through what the job was going to be, what entailed, the benefits, and what to expect out of this. Also, as part of this, Michigan Works and SEMCA, which is Southeast Michigan Works Agency, we had 8 resource tables, which included food assistance and employment training, workforce innovation and opportunity, adult training, information center, job corps, adult education, Veteran Service, Michigan Rehab Services. We had America, bank there, public service. We had the library attended. We had a realty company in Barrington Apartments because we wanted to have opportunities for housing for them as well. And all in all, we had Smart there. All in all, it was phenomenal. It just, it took our breath away. It was not, we didn't know really what to expect. It could have been 100, it could have been 10,000. You know, the Facebook shares that had occurred over our Facebook alone, we had over 33,000 hits. So it was very, very significant. We're very pleased. Amazon was pleased. Michigan Works was pleased. And we hope to have events like this in the future for other companies that come into town. I don't know if anybody has any questions.
Any question?
Just another comment. I had a couple people say, well, why the senior center? And not only do we have one of the nicest senior centers around, but it was also a great opportunity for people to see our downtown. I mean, there's a lot of times we'll have people that said to me, they don't know Romulus, I don't know you have it, what downtown? And so here we've invested as a city and as a community in streets and streetscape and lighting, and so it was an opportunity to bring them through the downtown along with some other pretty neat things going on. Historical flea market, farmers market going on. I don't know how much spillover there was, but it was, you know, good to have good things happening in downtown and having people to have a reason to be in downtown. So hopefully that enthusiasm will continue to flourish.
As you said, we've introduced our downtown now to people from over 40 different cities. I mean, they were coming as far as Flint, Saline, Grosse Pointe. So we had a lot of people seeing our downtown, many of them for the first time.
Up to the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms. Webb.
I would just like to also congratulate you and Mary. You guys worked. I was gonna work, but you know, I was busy doing.
We should give Mary Drewer the credit for all this. She worked with the other
fabulous.
teams and set this up, and yes, she worked hard for this.
I've never seen so many bodies in this city at one event in my life. They just kept wrapping around and they kept coming. But I can say my 2 grandchildren were number 24 and 25 in line.
Nice.
It was great.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
Mr.
And again, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Question?
Out of all the residents and those that travel to our city, how many was actually employed by Amazon or any of the businesses that was there? Do you have that count?
I mean, how many got jobs?
Yes.
This was not a job event, so they weren't hiring. This was a meet and greet and talking to them on how to go through the hiring process and what the
To
benefits
help them
were.
through the process.
So
Okay.
the application actually opened up today.
Okay, because if I'm not mistaken, I seen something that stated it was a job fair.
Well, unfortunately, Channel 7 and Channel 4 announced that it was a job fair.
Okay.
But, I mean, if you were to look at our press releases and everything we put out, it was a meet and greet.
John?
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth.
Jim, when do we expect this Amazon to start functioning?
They are going to be bringing employees in on July 29th.
Okay. Thank you.
And they hope to be up and operational, actually moving product out of that facility sometime towards the end of September, I think is the date they're working on.
And when will Ecorse Road open back both ways?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, well, there, there's the answer.
Ms. Williams, something?
Mr. Keys, I noticed as I was coming down Ecorse Road, on the left-hand side of Ecorse, going east, the sidewalk stops for a while and then it starts back. Why is that?
Because we didn't have the right of way to put the sidewalk in. The properties, the homes and properties there actually go right to the edge of the street. So as those properties start turning over, we will then start filling in the sidewalk at that point. You'll also see it on the west side. We actually place sidewalk all across the frontage of the apartments, and then there's actually roughly a 300-foot gap from a property owner, again, whose property line goes out to the edge of the street. He wouldn't give us access to put sidewalk in there. So we have sidewalk from the apartments, a blank gap, and then sidewalk from DeVita heading down to the gas station. So hopefully we can get everybody off the street and along the sidewalk or a path.
So is it something that will prevent them from walking in the street between that gap? Because a lot of people travel, walk down Ecorse from the apartments to the gas station, the store.
Hopefully they're smart enough not to walk on the street.
Well, if it's nowhere else for them to walk, I mean, that's just like Wayne Road. You got people still walking on Wayne Road on the edge of the road because there's no sidewalk. So, maybe you can continually work with those that own that property.
We're trying.
Okay.
We are trying.
Absolutely.
Yes, Ms. Taylor.
Tim, real quick, do they have to have a certain number of employees in place for them to open up to have it operational? I know we had talked about like 1,600 jobs, but what's the number they will need to, get it running?
1,600.
They do need 1,600. Okay, I was just curious. Thanks.
Thanks, Tim.
Sure.
Appreciate it. I think we also have a video clip, a couple other events going on. Roger, if you could roll that, please.
Good evening. Here are some events coming up. The Farmers Market is operating every Wednesday and will run through September the 26th. It is located near the pavilion at the Historical Park, downtown Romulus. Romulus Garden Club planning meeting will be held Tuesday the 16th at the library at 6:30 p.m. The next Sounds in Downtown will be Friday, July the 13th with the Scott Martin Band reliving the 90s. On Friday, July 27th, a tribute to Journey by the band Infinity and Beyond. The next movie in the park will be Friday, July the 20th. The featured presentation will be the animated movie Coco. Relay for Life will pink out the Mud Hens on Friday, July the 20th as they take a bus to Toledo for a night of fun at the park. The Hens' opponent will be Philadelphia's top farm team, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. The American Progressive Association will hold their annual community festival on Friday the 27th through Sunday the 29th at the Coleman Center. To find out more about all of our community events, go to the locations noted on your screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Next, two action items under my report. The first is pertaining to the study session that Roberto had with City Council earlier. So the request came from Roberto Scapitici, DPW Director, and our legal counsel. Two motions required, the first of which would be to concur with the administration and authorize the City of Romulus to enter into agreements for storm sewer with OHM in the amount of $135,000 for condition assessment and creation of an asset management plan, and the amount of $182,500 for the condition assessment, asset management plan creation, level of service determination, revenue structure development.
Mr. Chair, I'll support that.
Okay, it's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, and this is pertaining to the SAW grant agreements with OHM. Any discussion? Yes, Ms. Talley.
And again, I just want to reiterate from the study session the good job Roberto and the city has done in being proactive and getting things coming. This is just one of several things I've seen. We're just trying to be proactive and get things done for our city. So thank you again for the hard work you did, Roberto, the city, everybody. Thank you very much.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you, council. And the second motion for that item is to concur with administration, authorize the city of Romulus to enter into agreements for sanitation sewer with Ritter GIS in the amount of $167,829, and that's for the GPSing of the structures, creating a base layer, and inspecting each manhole in the system, and in the amount of $193,207 for GPSing the structures, creating a base layer, and inspecting other manholes, and that would be again pertaining to the SAW grant.
Through the chair, I'd like
Yes,
to
Ms.
make
Webb.
that motion
Yes, Ms. Webb.
Support that.
with
Ms.
discussion.
Motion by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Talley, for the SAW agreement for Ritter's GIS. Discussion. Ms. Webb.
I would just like the public and everyone at home to know this is a big dollar amount, but this project cost will be 90% reimbursable from the state of Michigan. And all the city will be paying is $67,853.60.
Thank you. Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion approved.
Council, the only other item I have is a recommendation that came through Maria Lambert, CDBG coordinator, and our city engineer, OHM. And this is to concur with administration, authorize the attached change order number 2 for site work completed by Nagel Paving for the CDBG Fire Station Rehab Project. The amount was $7,143.23. Those funds, Abby Atkins has verified and are available from the Romulus Fire Station Program Income Account listed.
Chair, I'll make that motion to concur with administration and authorize the attached change order number 2 for site work completed by Nagel Paving for the CDBG Fire Station Rehab Project and the amount of $7,143.23.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley. This is for the City of Romulus Fire Station change order number 2. Any discussion? Ms. Williams.
Now what, I need to know through the chair, Mayor, what fire station is this for, because it's not listed?
This is where we got the dollars for the old fire station. It's not active when they did the parking. Right next door.
Okay, so this is for the parking lot that was put in?
Correct.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
No.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. That concludes my report.
6A is the clerk's report. 6A1 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1819-01, Court Building Construction Fund. This was introduced to the City Council on July 2nd, 2018.
Through the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms. Webb.
I'd like to make the motion for second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 18/19-01, Court Building Construction Fund. And this budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of July 2nd.
Been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 18/19-01, Court Building Construction Fund. Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A2, water rates and fee adjustments. Now, as there's no action required by the council, but this is some great news, and if you would oblige me, I'd like to read the memo from our Director of Finance.
Sure.
As you know, this matter had appeared on the council agenda on June 25th, 2018. The memo reads, the City of Romulus unexpectedly received a notification dated June 25th, but received in our office on July 2nd from the Great Lakes Water Authority, indicating they reduced our community's annual cost by $26,800. This reduction in turn will be applied to the consumption and fixed rates passed on to our utility customers. The water consumption rate that was originally presented to City Council on June 25th, 2018 has been reduced from 3,000, a little different there, the period there, but 3.078 to 3.066 per 100 cubic feet of water used. The fixed rate has been reduced by 75%. So, for example, service quarterly fixed rate reduced from $52.35 would be reduced to $51.96. So these reductions will be implemented with the rates previously presented to council with an effective date of July 5th. So that's some great news.
Yeah.
Great.
Really great news.
I think
John?
Ms. Williams had it, and then
I would like the residents and those in the audience to know, I spoke with Abby and the mayor's chief of staff, and also Great Lake Water Authority. With this decrease in Great Lake Water's fixed rate, and I use my home, it will be additional $13.40 for the whole year. And I have a 1-inch meter. It's a lot of homes, speaking to the assistant finance director that has a 3/4 meter, so theirs will be much lower. So you're looking at, I'll be looking at additional $3.10 every quarter. So every time I get a water bill, every 3 months, I'll be looking at paying additional $3.10. And this increase, as was said, it comes strictly from Great Lake Water Authority, not the city of Romulus. Thank you.
Ms. Abdo.
I just want to make a point of correction. Yeah, it was set as 75%. It's a 0.75.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted, being a math person, I had to jump in there.
My mistake. I stand to be corrected. You're right. I'm sorry. 0.75%. Still great news. It's a reduction.
It is.
I was told by the assistant finance director, they said this has never happened. So this is good news.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Mr. Wadsworth.
I guess my question would be to the clerk, why don't we have to have any action on this? This is like a budget amendment from the original one, isn't it?
No, we
That's what you
spoke with
feel.
the attorney, there's no action required.
I don't see
It's
him
just-
up here that would
The
vote
reason why,
against it.
because it has to be on the agenda, you have to be notified because there are changes from what was originally presented to you.
Thank you.
Okay, there's more discussion on that. 6A3, the 2018 first right of refusal to purchase tax foreclosed property in Wayne County dated July 3rd, 2018, and the memo reads, the Property Disposition Committee met July 6, 2018, along with Bob McCrate, Director of Public Services. The committee respectfully requests City Council concurrence on the following recommendations. The City of Romulus wishes to purchase the following properties included on the Wayne County Treasurer's 2018 right of refusal to purchase tax foreclosed property in Wayne County, in the Wayne County list dated July 3rd, 2018. I'm just going to run down the actual street address.
Okay.
Quite a bit. 5880 Crystal Lake, 6031 Wayne, 6363 Wayne, 6938 Arlene, 9035 Grover, 34967 Julie, 10139 Miriam, 35945 Herman, 35911 Bibbins, and 36773 Bibbins. A copy of the foreclosure list and real estate summaries for the respective properties, they were presented to you in your packet. The RFI 17/18-49, the tax foreclosure rehabilitation program project year for the year 2018 and 19 will be presented under the mayor's report at a later date. So we ask council, you need to take action to, if you agree to the recommendations from the Property Disposition Committee.
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth.
Back to the clerk, this means that we're not gonna purchase these properties, is that what it
Pardon?
means? That we're not gonna purchase these properties?
No, we will purchase those
We will
properties.
purchase.
And this, and again, the properties are being purchased for the, rehabilitation program.
Okay, all right, fine.
John? I have a question.
Oh, well, Ms. Williams had one first.
Okay, no problem.
Since I'm new and don't know anything about the rehabilitation program, what does that consist of? And does these properties go out to where any resident in the city of Romulus have an opportunity to purchase them?
No, I'm gonna ask if I can through the chair, and
Yes.
if the mayor, if we could have, if Mr. Keys could explain that program, or the mayor or Mr. Keys could explain that program, if possible, if that's
Yeah, when
good.
Tim comes up, this is a program that we're purchasing these from the county. I'll have a recommendation back to you on the company that does the actual rehabilitation. But in concept, what I like about it is that this takes foreclosed properties that went to the county, and if you think of maybe they need work, in a lot of cases, sometimes they might be the least desirable house in a neighborhood, and then by revitalizing them, it brings them up to a higher level, and we get families in them. So that's really the high level 30,000 foot view, but I'll let Tim comment on.
And that's correct. This would be the third year we're actually taking these properties. Prior to that, we would not take any properties at all, and what would happen is these would go for auction, and all these homes were being taken by, most of them, out-of-state, definitely out-of-town investors who would come in, put very little money into these properties. So as the mayor was saying, these are usually some of the worst homes in the neighborhood. Taking these homes, actually putting little money into them, and then putting them up for rent. Many of the homes that this was going on through the past years have actually come and hit this list again. What we found over the last 2 years going through this project, again, as the mayor said, these are some of the worst homes. The group that we've had coming in and actually doing the work on the homes have actually made them some of the best homes in the neighborhood. They're changing the values in the neighborhood. They're actually creating, they're taking care of eyesores for the neighbors there that now actually bringing in homeowners who are now moving in. These homes are actually fixed and then they're put back up for sale.
And,
So
and I guess just to clarify, not to rent, to sell. So we take them, they get rehab, they get sold to families that will occupy and live here.
Yep. So yeah, the hope is that we have Romulus residents or people wanting to come into Romulus who will buy these homes.
Ms. Adler, you had?
Yes, two of these
Yes, go
homes, 2 weeks ago, we just put on the demolition list.
Yes.
So we are saving them from demolition then, I gather.
No, actually,
Company will demo them and it'll
no,
save
the
us.
company, as part of the contract, the company that we choose to work on these homes, they have to handle demolition for up to, I think, 30% of the homes on the
30%.
list. So we are actually going to have them demo it at their time.
And save us money.
So these houses will still be demoed then?
If
Unless
they're
they
on the
just-
demo list, yes.
All right.
Yep.
That was my question.
Ms. Webb, you had something?
That was my question.
Okay. Ms. Williams had another question.
My question was, why wasn't it a program set up where the residents have an opportunity? Because I have a lot of residents saying there's homes that's available, but the city is allowing certain companies or one company just to purchase them.
Well, the way the first right of refusal list works on foreclosures is that the city has the first right to pick these. If in fact we don't choose any of these properties, it actually goes out to an auction. So it's the bidders, and the bidders could come from anywhere, whether they're here or outside the area.
And bidders do still have that opportunity.
Well,
you know,
for the
for other
properties-
parcels that aren't
Yes,
listed
for the
here.
properties we don't take.
Right.
But what we were finding is when we weren't taking the properties, the bidders were not local residents. It was actually out-of-town, out-of-state investors who were coming in, buying them for very little money down, putting nothing into it, and actually doing nothing to help the neighborhood.
So is the company that you have this contract with, are they a Romulus resident?
We haven't chosen the company. We actually put it out for bids. There were
Okay.
4 bidders. None of the 4 bidders were Romulus companies.
They were all local companies.
All local Detroit area, but nothing from Romulus.
Correct.
Okay.
I have a question, John.
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
So we are not using the same company that we used previously, Realty
That-
Didn't say that yet.
Realty
I'll have
Transition, yeah.
I'll have
They-
a recommendation at the next council meeting for you.
They were one of the bidders.
Okay, now I guess that's my question. Thank you.
Okay,
Anything else?
no other questions? Thank you.
We need
Need a
action.
motion?
Motion would be in order, please.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for the 2018 first right of refusal to purchase tax foreclosed property in Wayne County dated July 3rd, 2018. And the Madam Clerk has read all the addresses.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth for 2018 first right of refusal to purchase tax foreclosure properties in Wayne County dated July the 3rd, 2018. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. That's the last action item under the clerk's report, and for your information, I provided, for notices, hearing notices, and this information is posted, at our public, bulletin board.
Thank you, Madam
Okay.
Clerk.
With that, that concludes the clerk's report. 6B is the treasurer's report.
Good evening, council, mayor, clerk, deputy clerk, and audience. I'd like to just announce, I'm sure you already know, tax bills went out. If for some reason you did not receive it, you can contact the treasurer's office. They were due to be received July 1st. You can reach the treasurer's office at 734-942-7580. That is it. Thank you.
I received mine, Madam Chair. Yeah.
Thanks, Stacy.
Okay, thank you.
Number 7 is public comment. Individuals who would like to address city council, we ask that you please raise your hand, and when recognized by the chair, approach the podium and state your name and address. Remarks should be limited to 3 minutes, subject to being extended an additional 3 minutes by consent of the chair. There shall be no personal attacks. The remarks shall not contain any profanity, racial, ethnic, sexual, or national origin slurs or overtones. The public meeting shall not be used to campaign for elected office and may not be used to support or oppose any candidate or ballot proposal. Anyone not adhering to these rules should lose their right to address city council. A response to any question and/or concerns will be provided under agenda item number 8, unfinished business. And that's only if the information is available. Otherwise, responses that require further investigation will be given at a later date. We do not have any written requests this evening.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. In the future, I was getting a few calls, and sometime I know it goes, people like to talk, you know, a little longer than 3 minutes. Just let me know if it's going before 3 minutes. We try to keep it down to 3 minutes. If it goes too long, I'm gonna make up something. I'm gonna hold up like this and, you know, maybe cut it down a little bit. So going forward, we're gonna institute this 3 minutes, for sure. Thank you. Any other public comments? Yes, Ms. Walker. Ms. Walker, push it down a little bit. Thank you.
And I live here in Romulus. I wanted to ask another question concerning that, the 6A3 about the foreclosed property. I know 3 years ago, I was here at a council meeting, and a company had come in, and they were getting properties, and they were given a contract, and they were getting properties to rehab. Is the city getting anything from this? Because when the city buys these properties, they are using taxpayers' money to buy them from Wayne County. And then they put them up for sale. I said at the time, and I'm saying again, that I didn't think it was legal, because that takes the property away from, you have people that go down to the county and buy the tax sale property. And the city comes in and You know, you're saying that these are junker pieces of property, but one of them is in the golf course. These are not junk properties, some of them. And I just want to know if the city is getting anything from this, because the city is using city funds to get these houses, and then we have a contractor that comes in and gets them and repairs them, and then they sell them. What is the city getting out of it?
For Ms. Walker, on unfinished business.
Okay.
Okay, make sure that's addressed.
Why don't we just address it now?
Any other public comments? No public comments? That part is closed, Madam Clerk.
Number 8 is unfinished business.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I'll address a brief discussion before I bring a recommendation to you next meeting. The city gets a lot out of it. We actually, and I didn't use the word junker. I would never use the word junker. I said it sometimes can be one of the least desirables and bring it up to one of the top homes in the neighborhood. So think about it. We benefit from having better homes, better neighborhoods, and people in those homes. So we include actually the building department with the property disposition when they look at these homes, so they make a good recommendation. This is very legal. Actually, you'll see the contract that Steve Hitchcock will review and bring to you as a recommendation. It's a great program. It works, and especially it works because we just changed one of the things in the contract for the bid was that they must actually own the home. The issue that came up that Tim spoke of in a lot of other communities or other situations where you have people on their own buying from out of state, then they're not going to take the vested interest that they would if they are someone here. And so out-of-state ownership, and we're seeing more and more rentals. We feel that the best way to have a solid community is have families living in homes, owning homes in the city of Romulus. And if they have an opportunity to do that with a fixed-up, dwelling, it's great for the city of Romulus. So we talk about rooftops, we talk about families, we talk about how that benefits the city and benefits the schools. It's good all the way around. And it doesn't stop any other opportunity for some individual who is a Romulus-based person for doing that the same. But it gives us the first right of refusal by law, and so that's what the committee reviews, makes a recommendation with building, and came to you tonight. What you'll see from me and a concurrence letter from Steve Hitchcock at the next meeting is the recommendation for the company that does that. Okay, thank you.
Ms. Abbott.
Mayor, through the company that does that, don't they pay this price that they're asking from the state?
Yeah.
For example, a house here was $6,989 that we would be paying the county for. But I believe the company pays that bill.
Yeah, so we're not,
So we
as
really
far as
don't
the issue of us, we're
pay
not
anything.
spending taxpayers' dollars investing in homes that
That's
a
what I
company is
thought.
making profit on, correct?
Right, so they pay the back taxes,
Right.
and yet they make, okay.
Right. And we get a win-win because we get a family in a home that has a fresh start in a nice dwelling.
Well, we get rid of blight, and we also,
Yes.
get them back, get the
And
house
the
back on
demo
tax
piece of
rolls.
it that came up as your question, I mean, you approved the demo list, now we're gonna, as part of that contract, they have to demo it on their dime.
Unless they decide to rehab it, right?
No, building department still will have the say. You put it on the demo list.
Right.
We don't have the authority to take it off. Only council will do that. So
Okay.
when you put it on the list, it'll stay on.
Okay,
Unless it comes back to you with a change recommendation from building.
from the building, okay.
Madam Clerk.
Yeah, I just want to add also that this rehabilitation program is not exclusive to Romulus. This program is throughout Wayne County. Communities like Ecorse, Redford, Taylor, Wayne. So this isn't just something new that just, Romulus. It's a great program, and again, it's already been said, it really does raise property values and get rid of the blight and different things, within our community. And it is a win-win because we get homeowners in these homes. And so it's, I sit on the property disposition committee, and so this is, it's been a good program. It's been a good fit for Romulus.
And to that same point that the clerk made, it's happening in other communities at a larger rate than what we're doing. We're trying to really look at the ones that fit the program, that can work well, and we've done it a few years, and if it continues to go well, we'd like to continue to look at it, but there are communities that do many more than this. I think Taylor a few years ago did 100 of them or something, and that's a huge number. We're just trying to make sure that we're putting it in place, seeing the results, getting families to buy homes in an upgraded, dwelling, and it works very well. Very commonplace throughout Wayne County. Thank you.
Ms. Webb.
Yeah, through the chair, if I may. Also, once the state of Michigan exercises its right for the first refusal, then it goes to the city, the township, or the village to be able to purchase this. And once the city has purchased these properties and rehab them, the delinquent taxes are paid through that money. Any excess cost is paid, the preparation, the administration fees, the cost of recording the deed. So it's really and truly a win-win situation.
Ms. Abdul.
In the past, Mayor, you have given us a before and after look. The company has. I would like to see whoever you bid this out to that they do that, so we as a council can see.
Sure, it's amazing.
It
the
is
before and
amazing. It was
after,
amazing. The
work
pictures you
that's
showed
done.
us last time. So that's what I'm requesting, that we get that again.
Sure, we can do that. We actually went out and toured some of the homes so we could see
That
them
would be good, too.
firsthand. And it's amazing work that they're doing, and investment, and the end result is great when you see a family that owns that home now and they're long-term residents here for our community.
Thank you.
Any more unfinished business? Number 9 is new business. Number 10 is communication.
Yes.
First of all, I would like to let the residents of Romulus know Western Wayne Expungement Forum with the Honorable Judge Deborah Thomas will be hosted Thursday, July the 12th in Inkster, Michigan at Christ Temple Church, 27741 Carlisle, Inkster, Michigan. The time is 6 to 8 p.m. If you need any further information, you can contact 734-217-6032. And I would also, tonight I printed out and gave each council person a copy of a document that I received from our mayor's chief of staff. I had so many calls pertaining to salary increase bonuses. I would just like to let that resident know there were 5 salary increases for 2018 and 19 and 4 bonuses.
Mr. Chair.
Ms. Talley.
Yeah, I just want to kind of recap some of the things I've heard tonight. Just some good stuff going on in our city of Romulus. Shona, thank you for the Relay for Light updates. It's amazing stuff. The Amazon this weekend. I mean, I just wish I could have been there. I just had to work my other job, but I just would have wanted to be there. Other projects going on in the city, the water rates reducing. Oh my Lord. I mean, I'm just overwhelmed right now. And all I just want to say is that this train is rolling in the city of Romulus, and I'm excited to be a part of this. And that's all I want to say. Great job to the city of Romulus.
Ms. Webb, you had something?
I'd like to say to my colleague, Councilwoman Williams, I did not get a copy.
I laid it in front of your table. I mean, your.
On the communications, I just like to say I hope everyone had a nice 4th of July. The city of Romulus did a really nice job. It's always on the fireworks. The city always worked hard with the Rotary and different sponsors. And it's just amazing how the city of Romulus and people in the city of Romulus come together to make this a nice place to live. I visited a lot of places in the state of Michigan, and I'm just so proud to live in Romulus. I've lived in a lot of places, but I chose Romulus. That's all I have.
If there's no more communication, number 11 for approval is warrant 18-13.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we pay warrant 18-13 for the following amounts.
Okay, Ms. Abdul.
General Fund, $64,944.37. Major Street Fund, $6,891.57. Local Street Fund, $8,510.87. Cable TV, $222.34. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $1,670. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $87,054.84. CDBG, $960.50. 9/11 Service Fund, $1,636.15. Law Enforcement, $137.40. Library Fund, $3,781.17. DDA, $8,215.34. Tifa District 2, $28,261.25. Court Building Construction Fund, $86,775.90. Vining Road Extension, E-Course Construction, $1,807,403.07. Water and Sewer Fund, $431,110.25. Motor Vehicle, $15,192.20. Technology Services, $14,034.61. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $3,312.34. Revolving Fund, $50,290. Current Tax, $389.64. Delinquent Personal Property Fund, $1,554.19. Payroll Fund, $4,265.34. All funds totaling $2,626,613.34.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, to pay warrant number 18-13 for $2,626,613.34. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, warrant number 18-13 will be paid.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams? Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank you.